The name is Bond. James Bond.
From Russia with Love, The Idiot's Guide. Hello there, Bond fans. Welcome back to Zane's 007 Fancast. Today we are explaining one of the most famous spy stories ever written, From Russia with Love, written by Ian Fleming. But we're not doing a serious literary lecture today. No complicated Cold War politics, no academic analysis. This is the very simple, very accurate, slightly silly guide. Think of it as From Russia with Love, explained by someone who has had a cup of tea and is trying to remember the plot. The villains are annoyed. Our story begins with the Soviet spy organization SMERSH. They are extremely annoyed. Why? Because a British spy called James Bond keeps ruining their plans. Imagine you run an evil organization and one particular employee from another company keeps walking in and smashing everything. That's Bond. So SMERSH decides they must do something dramatic. Not just kill him, destroy his reputation. Classic villain move. Leading the scheme are Colonel Rosa Klebb, a ruthless SMERSH officer with a terrifying personality and a very dangerous shoe. Red Grant, a powerful assassin who enjoys violence far too much. Kronstein, a chess grandmaster who designs the complicated trap. The overly complicated plan. Instead of simply shooting Bond, which would take about 3 minutes, the villains design a very complicated trap. Their plan: 1. Lure Bond to Turkey. 2. Offer him a valuable secret machine. 3. Use a beautiful Russian woman as bait. 4. Kill Bond later and make it look embarrassing. Because in spy warfare, apparently public humiliation is very important. The bait. The villains recruit a young Russian clerk named Tatiana Romanova. Tatiana is told to send a message to British intelligence saying, "Hello, I want to defect to Britain. I will bring you a secret cipher machine, but only if you send James Bond." Somewhere in London, MI6 reads this message. Bond's boss M probably thinks, this sounds suspicious, but the machine is valuable, and spies love valuable machines. So Bond is sent to Turkey. The secret machine. The device everyone wants is called a Spectre cipher machine. Basically, it is used to send secret coded messages. In the 1950s, this was extremely important. Today, it would probably be replaced by an encrypted laptop and a Wi-Fi password, but in the Cold War, it was serious business. Enter the Psycho. Now the villains introduce their secret weapon, Red Grant. Grant is basically the perfect assassin. He is huge, very strong, extremely patient, slightly unhinged. Grant enjoys killing people a little too much, which makes him perfect for villain employment. His job is simple: follow Bond, wait, kill him later, preferably somewhere dramatic. Istanbul. Bond travels to Istanbul. There he meets a friendly Turkish intelligence agent called Ali Karim Bey. Karim Bey is fantastic. He is loud, charismatic, and seems to know absolutely everyone in the city. He helps Bond arrange the meeting with Tatiana. Eventually, Bond and Tatiana steal the cipher machine and prepare to escape. Everything appears to be going well, which in spy stories means things are about to go horribly wrong. The train. Bond and Tatiana board the Orient Express. This train travels across Europe. It is elegant, romantic, and unfortunately full of spies. Because guess who else is on the train? Red Grant. Grant pretends to be another British agent. Bond begins to trust him. This is not Bond's best decision. The reveal. Eventually, Grant decides the time has come. Inside a train compartment, he suddenly reveals himself. He explains the entire evil plan. This is something villains love to do. They could just shoot Bond, but instead they say things like, "Mr. Bond, let me explain my entire strategy before killing you," which gives Bond time to think and occasionally escape. The train fight. Bond and Grant then fight inside the small train compartment. It is not glamorous, it is brutal and desperate. Imagine trying to wrestle someone inside a cupboard. That's basically the situation. Eventually, Bond manages to defeat Grant, but only just. The final villain. After the train fight, Bond returns to Paris, but the real mastermind of the plot is still alive, Rosa Klebb. Klebb is a senior SMERSH officer. She wears a shoe with a hidden poisoned blade in the toe. Yes, a poisoned shoe. Cold War espionage was apparently very creative. During a confrontation, she manages to stab Bond with the poisoned spike. Bond shoots her, but the poison has already entered his body. The shocking ending. Bond begins to collapse. The novel ends with Bond lying on the floor. Readers in 1957 genuinely believed, wait, did Ian Fleming just kill James Bond? Which was a very bold ending for a spy novel. The simplest summary possible. If we simplify the entire story, bad guys hate Bond. They lure him to Turkey with a fake defection. A woman helps him steal a code machine. A psychopath follows him on a train. They fight. Bond survives. Then a villain stabs him with a poisoned shoe. The end. And that is From Russia with Love. A story about spies, traps, trains, and one extremely dangerous shoe. And somehow, despite all of that, it became one of the greatest spy stories ever written. Please like, subscribe, and comment.